My Definitive Edition journey started in August 2017 in Cologne, Germany. We were originally over there to host the Escape Gaming Euro Cup during Gamescom. However, Microsoft also organised their own event in the city, inviting myself and others to take part. We were told that this event would be a celebration of Age of Empires, with the 20-year anniversary of the franchise being that summer. So we headed over to the Gersnich, a 15th century building renovated for modern day events. This is where the anniversary show would take place. Inside was decked out with Age of Empires props, including the original town centre. There were loads of PCs loaded with Definitive Edition, and a stage where Killer Bee and I would do our parts. Here's a picture of Killer Bee standing in the town centre, and we also met the devs. Here's Cision and, of course, the rest of the team that were there. We took the opportunity to play some games before the show, and, well, I got absolutely smashed by the devs, but what else could I have expected? Showtime! The place was packed, the atmosphere was electric, and Killer Bee and I got our own spotlight on the stage to talk specifically about Age of Empires 2. Of course, not only were Age 2 and 3 Definitive Editions announced at this event, but at the very end, the bombshell was dropped. Age of Empires 4 is coming. With the show over and Gamescom just around the corner, we were really busy setting up for our own Escape Gaming event. But we did take the time to head over to the Xbox booth, and this is where we saw Definitive Edition available to play for the public. The booth pretty much had an endless line of fans waiting to get their hands on the game. This trip was also an awesome opportunity to meet many community members, and here's just one picture with Nilpford, Shine, Killer Bee, Viper, myself, T90 and Robo having a beer in a traditional German pub. After flying home and riding the high of Cologne for a while, the anticipation for Definitive Edition was starting to die down, and the hype was eventually killed when it was announced that the game would be delayed indefinitely, as the October release date was scrapped. It turns out that, although the demos in Germany were working great, the game was still buggy and multiplayer needed a lot of work. Personally, I think the decision to delay the game was a good one. Definitive Edition is the first checkpoint on the road to Age of Empires 4, with Age 1, 2 and 3 Definitive Editions being promised, and an already rocky past with Age of Empires 2 HD and AOM Extended Edition. Microsoft simply can't afford to stuff it up and risk losing more consumer trust forever. So fast forward to February 2018 and the new release date of February 20th. I'm woken up by my doorbell at 8 AM and standing there in the rain was a DHL delivery man holding a massive box. It wasn't just big in size, but it weighed a ton, and I bought it inside wondering what on earth it could be. It was just like Christmas morning. Opening the package revealed 2 large wooden sections which were sort of pushed together, and here's what was inside. They've only gone and sent me a stone tablet, engraved with the Definitive Edition logo, Roman numerals for 1997 and 2018, and the slogan beneath reading, "Welcome back to history." On the back, a game code delivered the only way that they know how, engraved into the back of this ancient stone. I couldn't believe it. It's the most cool and most absurd gift I think I've ever received, and I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with it. So that's the story of how I got this far, but what about the game itself? Since this is an introduction, I will leave the main review of gameplay and all that good stuff to the second video in this series, in case people want to skip this introductory story part. I will say though that after visiting the store page and waiting for my game to download, I couldn't help but notice a lot of 1-star reviews. It seems that many people had issues launching the game, with it crashing every time that they tried. I hoped that this wouldn't be the case for me, and after completing the 17 GB download, I was thankful that it did launch without a problem first time around. And although I'm not a fan of the Windows Store, the 120 megabits per second download speed was actually quite impressive. So join me in the next video for an in-depth review of the game itself and my thoughts on Age of Empires Definitive Edition. Thank you very much for watching, I'll see you next time.